gang. Hello. Yes, it's Sunday night, gang. Sunday the 24th of August 2025. Welcome along to this evening's United Kingdom talk. Oh, straight away, there's a small fly in here somewhere. And it's only tiny, not a dangerous one, not like a dangerous wasp or a bee or something like that. There's a fly in here somewhere, and it's blimmin' annoying. Right, let me just turn myself up a little bit so you can hear me. How's that? Is that all right? I think that was a bit quiet. There you go. Try that. That should be a little bit better for you. All right, we're up at the the luxury Waterside Media Centre, and I spent some time today trying to get all this going because although it's set up to do the Reach on Air show, it hasn't been set up for a while. Actually, I've changed the computer since we last did a chat show from up here, so that's how long ago it was. So there was nothing on here, so hopefully everything will work. One thing I couldn't get working properly from my end is the chat box. Now, you remember last week, it was your end, wasn't it? You couldn't see. But this week, I can't see the blooming chat box. So I've kind of gone an arserow round to be able to do that. So I can see little bits and pieces coming in here. Already from Vera. Blummy, you were there nice and early today, Vera. Well done, girl. Well done. Very impressed with you. Not often you get that first message in, my love. Were you bored? Were you bored? Because no one was bored after your excellent performances at the karaoke on Friday and Saturday. Thank you very much, Vera. We had a nice weekend. Friday was a bit manic. It was very, very busy in there on Friday night, certainly after about an hour. And we got quite busy in there. Saturday, not so busy. But Saturday was a nice surprise because one of my exes turned up. His name was Ash. You would have seen him if you were watching the live stream. Ash turned up on Sunday with his friend Robin. And Robin is the daughter of the mum and dad who used to own the house that Ash rented a room in when I was going out with him. And he was living in Brighton at the time. He's moved now to... Oh, I can't remember where he said now. He's moved now somewhere else. But it was nice to see him again, I must say. So Ash turned up. Good drive up to the caravan, gang. Lovely. I find it very easy coming up here now. It's just that bit through London where you keep getting stuck at traffic lights. But even so, that does make it slightly quicker than coming from my house. If I was to drive from my house to the caravan, it's about 3 hours. From North London to the caravan, about an hour and, about 2 3/4 hours. So just a little bit shorter. And I don't, you know me, I don't sort of go mad on my way up here at all. I take it nice and easy, like 65 mile an hour, 60 mile an hour most of the way. I never hit 70, never hit 70. Don't find it necessary to go at such rapid speeds. You know, I know I am flying a starship, but it's not a fighter starship. It's a cruising starship, you know, taking in the ambience, the atmosphere as you come up here in the pitch black of night while listening to my friend on the radio, Mr. Alan Ross. There it is. Why can't I get that fly? It keeps flying, but I will get it. Should I get the spray? Oh, no, I'll be breathing it in then, won't I? I think it's been attracted by the television studio lamps in here, my dears. Go, where is it now? It'll appear again in a minute. I bet you'll see it fly across my back. Maybe it's trying to eat me. There are other things, boys and girls, that you need to be very aware of that are about to attack and eat you. All coming up a little bit later on in this exclusive worldwide premiere of United Kingdom Talk. So good evening to Vera. Good evening to Mr. Roy. Some more requests sung by Roy on Friday night. Thank you very much, Roy. Good evening to Jason Hughes is there. We have Hot Point Lover. What Hot Point machines have you got? Have you got Hot Point? Now, what have I got? I have something. My oven. Yeah, my oven is Hot Point. Isn't it funny, you know, when you were kids, like, and Hot Point made the ovens, Frigidaire made the fridges, Zanussi made the washing machines, and then as time went on, they all started making everyone else's products, didn't they? You know, if I said to you, like, a Hoover, what would you think of straight away? A vacuum cleaner? No, they do other stuff as well, don't they? You can get a Hoover cooker. Funny, isn't it? Why is that? It's one of life's many mysteries, boys and girls. One of life's many mysteries. We have Mr. Mikey Mike. Evening, Mikey Mike. Welcome along to you. Welcome to Matthew Van. Where have you been, Matthew? Never see you anymore, love. Good evening to Matthew Van. Well, this kind of chat thing works, so we won't worry about it working as it normally does. John Dixon's karaoke is there. I hope you enjoyed the shows at the weekend, Mr. John Dixon. Cameras are looking good now. I must say, the one on the left of the stage, when you look at it, it will give you the right-hand picture. I don't know why. It's a bit blurry. Have you noticed that? Now, I think it might be because I'm using the zoom on it, because it's actually very far. It's the furthest one away from the stage, even further than the one in the middle. If you don't know what I'm talking about and you're new here, welcome along. I also have a little karaoke channel here on YouTube. It's called Karaoke London. And when I do my money-paying job at the weekends, as in host karaoke on Fridays and Saturdays, we do stream it live around about 8 till 11 sort of times, anywhere between 7:30 and 8, all the way through until about 11:15 or 10:30 on a Saturday. And yeah, and we just stream it, and you can see all the singers, the good, the bad, doesn't matter really. It's just karaoke, you know, as long as people are up there enjoying themselves. I always say that. Doesn't matter how bad I might not like your singing, but it doesn't matter. As long as you're having a good time, that's the most important thing in my mind. And recently we upgraded to 4 cameras in there. But the one on the right, looking from the right, blurs a bit because I've zoomed in. Now, if I don't zoom in, you see me on there all the time, and that's not really what it's about. It's supposed to be the focal point at all times is whoever is singing at that particular time. And for some reason that's blurry, so we might have to try and get that a little bit closer. Although I'm struggling to find where to put it, to be honest. It could go on these stairs that come down like that, but they're all metal. And I very much doubt that the governor is going to want me to put metal in there. Oh, we've got a phone call. Who's calling this now? That's unusual. I haven't even opened the lines yet. Just a minute now. Let's see. Who's calling in the golden shot? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Oh, hang on. Just a minute. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Speak.
Hello, Chris. Can you hear me?
Oh, hang on. I think I can hear someone very quietly in the background. Speak again.
Hello, Chris. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can. Just about now. That's better. There we are. I can hear you now. Who's that?
It's Matthew Van.
Oh, hello, Matthew. Where have you been hiding all this time?
Well, I've been here, there and everywhere, but let's just say a few weeks ago I had some sad news.
Oh, did you? Go on.
One of my mates of 10 years passed away.
Oh, dear me. What happened there, then? Or don't you want to say? You don't have to say if you don't want to. I'm just having a little bit of trouble with the sound here. Just a minute. I'm trying to match it up a little bit better. It's all over the place for some reason.
Let's just say it was a overdose.
Oh, dear. How awful. Well,
Yeah.
you know, gone now. There's not a lot you can do about that. Poor people.
And then I moved. And then back in 3 years ago, I moved to Blackpool.
Yeah?
And then I've moved back down to Kent.
Did you like it in Blackpool? Because I hear some terrible stories about that place. People saying it's an absolute dump and what have you.
Yeah, I don't mind it. They've got talking about Blackpool. One of your things tonight. Do you like water parks?
Yes.
There's a water park actually in Blackpool.
Oh, is there really? What's that one called then? I don't know if that's on the list yet because I haven't got to that news story yet. You kind of jumped a little bit, dear. You've jumped in there. I mean, I don't even see anything up here giving the bleeding phone number away. How have you managed to call in, love? It must be on your speed dial from like 4 years ago or something like that.
No. This is where you shouldn't put things on Facebook. Phone numbers on Facebook.
What's it in then? Oh, is it on the advert for the show? Is it?
Yes.
Right, so why shouldn't I put that on Facebook? It's advertising the show.
Because you said the
I
other word.
I haven't invited anyone to call in yet, dear. Honestly. Anyway, carry on, dear. Hopefully you've got some happy news now, have you? Fancy starting a call with something to depress us all. Are you working for the Daily Mail? Are you working for the Daily Mail? You know, latest thing that's going to kill us all the moment we accidentally breathe in some fresh air outside.
Well, if that fly is bothering you, then you'll need to try.
Right, okay, I've sussed it out now. It's your phone. It's not me at all, because you've just moved away from the bloody phone, haven't you? Come closer. Come towards the light, Mary Ann.
I'm right towards the light.
Eh?
I'm right towards the light.
Anyway, come down to the karaoke soon, and it's nice to hear from you, Matthew, all right?
Yeah, I will.
Cheerio, dear.
Cheerio.
Bye.
Bye.
There we are, Matthew calling. You know, if you're going to ring in, for God's sake, make something happy. For God's sake, don't start with someone who's died. May they rest in peace, and I'm really sorry. But we try and keep it as an upbeat show, you know what I mean? Oh, I've had some bad news. Oh, come on, Matt, for God's sake, man. Dear me. Come on, upbeat. Don't start with your latest... That's the other thing some people do, isn't it? They start... Hang on a minute. There's something terribly wrong with this sound like. They start with some sort of illness that they've got. We've had those people in the chat box before, and they go on and on about it. And we're all getting more and more depressed. That's not what we do on this programme, dear. Be happy. Happy. John Dixon is happy, isn't he? He's always happy watching my karaoke nights. Thank you. Matthew mentions the fly spray. I have got fly spray, and it's very good Raid fly spray, otherwise known as Wasp death spray, I think it is. I quite like those death bats as well. I haven't got one here. I've got one of those at my house in Bracknell. And it's like a tennis bat, and you push a button, and immediately it's electrified. And anything that you touched with it is electrocuted to death. Although the bigger the insect, the longer it takes to burn. Must be like that for people in an electric chair, I would imagine. Could you be too fat to die in an electric chair? Is that possible? If so, I think I might try and eat some more, because I have lost weight. I've done it. Yes. Oh, yes. Done about 11 pounds so far. Actually, I did weigh myself on Thursday this week, and it was the same as it was last week, so it hasn't gone down this week for some reason. Let's have a look. Greg Goddard there this evening. Good evening to you, Greg. Welcome along to our little show there. Hello to you, my dear. Viv's been in Edinburgh. These are new. Thank you. I'm so glad I haven't wasted money. People have noticed the new glasses. Ain't it annoying, girls? You know what I mean? You've had your hair all done, or, a breast enlargement or something like that, and you're out on the town, and you go home and not one person has says, I love your new hair, or I love your new breasts. Horrendous. You spent all that money having it done, and then no one's recognised you. No one's done it. Anyway, yes, thank you for noticing the new glasses. These are computer glasses. I have to double everything, you see. So this is the pair for the caravan, and I've got a pair that I've already been using up at the house, and these were from the wonderful £15 Raid. £15! Ah! Who's the mugs walking around with glasses? £200, £300, £400, £500. £15, thank you very much. My sister's got a pair, £200. Ah, mind you, the money's rolling in off those YouTubes. They've just bought, my sister and her husband, my sister and Martin from Butler's Empire have just bought their 150th house. Congratulations. Very, very good. It's rolling in. I won't get anything at all anymore because I've turned the ads off. People got pissed off with the ads, so I turned them off. It's not like there's hundreds of pounds coming in, is it? Lucky to get 60 quid a year. Good afternoon to the lovely Carl, my very good friend, Posh Twink Carl. He's been on Hampstead Heath for 7-mile walk. That's fair going. He likes walking, Carl. I think I shouldn't really tell you this. I think he's trying to make his arse a little bit smaller because it's been getting big. Yeah, I really shouldn't tell you that. I think that's why they got. He hasn't said that, but I've noticed ever since he told me, he told me he thought he was getting a big arse. So I've just gone on and on about it. Of course, you know me. And ever since that, he seems to be going for these really long walks. Now I don't know if that helps or not. It's usually the diet, Carl Lovey. If you're sitting there shoving your face with sausages and chips and bread and donuts, big, fat, jam-injected donuts. Yes, please. We'll have some of those. Then that's the way it goes. Now, you can use the text-in service, as you can see there, boys and girls, 07451 287 337 for your text there. Mark Bowles is there already. Good evening to you, Mark. Hello, oh gorgeous one. Your sound is not on this computer at the moment because I haven't fired up the music part of it, because I didn't think we'd need music tonight. Now that I see your beautiful name, I can see I should have fired up the music, but it's not on there. Sorry, Mark. Perhaps you'd like to ring in and do a live for me. Are you with your little boy this weekend? Have you been anywhere, I wonder? I bought a couple of the two of the younger boys a little present this week. Hang on, let me go and get one. Let me go and get it. We're going to talk about these a little bit later once I've done these messages for you. I bought them a Corgi car. There you go. Willie's Jeep. No, I didn't look at the title of it before I bought it. I just saw the car. Before you say anything, there you go. Apparently it's called Willie's Jeep and it's a Corgi car, die-cast metal. I think it was about £6, something like that. 6, 8 quid, something like that. I think they're excellent value Corgi cars. And two of the boys, actually one's for the boy Frank, that's Jimmy's little boy, and I gave that to him this afternoon. He's very pleased with it. This one is for baby Charlie, so two of the boys getting a little car there. All right. Does your little boy like model cars or anything like that? Some of them do, some of them don't they? You know, I remember when I was a little boy, I was into trains, electric trains. I loved electric trains. And before electric trains, I had the wooden one that goes around the wooden rails and you have to push it around with your hands and all that business. And then other boys had Scalextrics. Oh, yes. Oh, I was a proper little boy. Oh, yeah. Didn't think I was camp in any way, shape or form at that age, did you, my love? No, dear. No, some boys are. They're camp from the moment they come out of their mothers. Me, I was a little boy. Oh, electric trains. On my bike. I wasn't doing girls' hair or anything like that, or makeup. No, proper straight acting. A little bit like yourself, Mark. Straight acting, darling. Patricia in Manchester's there. Good evening, Patricia. Welcome along to the show. Yeah, I saw it then. Did you see that fly? It's in here. So I will get it. Yeah, some boys, like I say, Patricia, some of us had... You saw that then, didn't you? I know you saw that then because it flew across the camera. Wants to be a star. I'm the only star here. I'm the only star here. Yeah, some boys had electric trains, some boys had Scalextrics. Don't know anyone that had both. They were either into one thing or the other. Yeah, the proper little racing boys. They had these little cars, and they were good. The only thing is you had to control them. You know, you couldn't just pull it and then make it go as fast as possible, because as soon as the corner come off, it would go flying off the rails or flying off the test track into your mother's mouth. You know, which was useful sometimes if she was shouting at your dad. My mum and dad never had rows. We never saw them had rows. Vera says you're looking a bit crisp today. Thank you, Vera. Thank you very much. I'm looking crisp today. I tell you what, I'm sweating buckets here tonight, actually. It's a bit hot, and I thought, do I need the aircon on? Because that's in the other room. There isn't one in here. So I opened the doors and turned it on, and I thought, no, I'll get away with it. I wish I'd turned the damn thing on now. Let me know if you see the fly. We'll get that fly. Good evening to Mr. George Bonds. Welcome along to the show, George. Hope you're well tonight. Vera, on the subject of the fly, the only way to catch it is in your mouth. Oh, no. I've swallowed flies on my bike. When I've been on my bike. Suddenly one hits the back of your throat and it's gone. Remember that wasp? A wasp flew into my mouth once. Luckily, it didn't get to the back of my throat. I just happened to have my teeth clenched at the time, you know. Do you clench your teeth at any point at all, Mr. Mark Bowles, I wonder? Do you do anything like that? Clenching my teeth like that as I was cycling along. And the wasp flew. And I knew it was a wasp because I felt it. And then I immediately felt a sting on the inside of my mouth. on lip, and I have to spit it out. Spit it out again. Horrible things. Hot Point Lover, a new horror film with Chris. The Fly. An excellent horror film, I have to say. I've watched that. There you go. Roy says the left-hand cam is blurry. Yeah, I don't know if it's because I'm using the Zoom or what. Did you manage to catch the show at all last night, Roy? Was it still blurry then? Has it been blurry since the word go? That camera, I wonder. Yeah. Thank you, Jason. The camera that tracks the singer is brilliant. Yeah, it is. You do have to keep an eye on it. You do have to keep an eye on it. For example, when they go off the stage, it will try and follow them. So we have to cut away from that to one of the others before that happens. Sometimes, if this people talk to you, see, this is no, it's not. I'm not being. I don't not want to talk to people, but like when you're doing so many things at the same time and there's someone shouting at the front for your attention, makes it difficult. DJ Chris is one of those people. If you're watching DJ Chris, please can you just send your songs over by text, the same as everyone else, rather than standing there and trying to have a conversation. Evening, Gary. My nephew's there. He's been round this morning. Gary's been very busy here this morning. My veranda, a little bit like the inside of myself, is going rotten. Parts of it have gone rotten, and he's replaced some of the planks today, and they are solid as a rock. I said rock with an R. Solid as a rock. Bum, 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 bum. And he's going to, we've also got to have a little bit cut out of the floor in the hallway in the camera, which has gone, like, springy. It's dry, it's not even damp, so it's not like... It's not got wet or anything. However, it was wet in the past. Within a few months of me getting the caravan, we noticed it was like that. And that my brother-in-law fixed that. Martin from Butler's Empire fixed that. So my guess is it's kind of dry rot, I suppose. It got dry, and now over time that's got springier. My nephew had a little bit of a, but he said that's going to go through soon, so he's going to replace the wood there for me, and very kind of him to do so too. I've got to paint the floor outside now though, because obviously the new bits of wood are a different colour from the old bits, which is a bit of a pain in the arse. I don't like painting, but it has to be done, I suppose. Gary Ross, evening Gary, welcome along to you. I'm just going to scroll down these chat box things here, my darling. Okay. We should have everything there. So people saying hello to each other. As always, gang, just a reminder, gang, if I miss your messages, it's because there's so many in the chat box. It's really difficult to keep up in there. Please use the text service there. Or you can send an email now. And I've put the email up there now because I think our friend in Australia, he can't text. He can't use the text-in number. And as I just mentioned, his texts often get missed out because there's so much going on in that chat box. Okay, so please, if you can at all, use the text-in number 07451 287 337. Sites with Steve is there. Good evening, Steve. I use my bat for spiders. Is that one of those electric ones, Steve? I love them. Because there's a new spider coming. Oh, yeah. Well, it's not a new spider. It's an old spider, right? And I have a picture here. Now, are you ready? Arachnophobics. I think that's the right word. Is it arachnophobics? Or is it homophobics? Is it Islamophobics? Catholicophobics? Buddhaphobics? Which is it? Arachnophobics. Ready? Evil looking. Look at this. Now, this is a fen rasp spider, Steve. Don't know if you've seen one of these. And it says here, British people have been warned to brace themselves for previously extinct largest spider is coming back. This is in the Daily Star. It was about to disappear from the UK back in 2010. And then the story says, but luckily. Really? But luckily, the Royal Society for the Protection of Birds worked hard to keep these giant spiders around. What planet are they on? Why would you want to keep great big huge spiders like that in the country? I mean, are they having trouble sending them all back home? Is that what it is? And how have they got here? How have these things got here? Are there dinghies coming over full of these spiders. Is that what's happening? Shocking. And we can't send them back. We can't send them back. One of the country's most rarest giant spiders returning to the UK. These big... Oh, hang on a minute. Not so bad news. You ready? Ready? These big friendly giants. Now, I want you to look at that again. Does that look like a friendly giant to you? And what is that? I think that man's got a mole on his finger. You should have that seen too. Look at that brown mark. I know what that is. It's a spider bite. That great big thing has bit friendly. That thing has just bit his finger. Look, there's a mark. These big friendly giants are typically found in grazing marsh ditches from June to September and like to feast on other spiders. Happy days! So is that the only one that we're going to have to put up with in future? Yeah, they could do with a few of those in Australia. They got some nasty, evil... I don't think man was ever supposed to live in or go to Australia. Highly dangerous place. Crocodile. You're doing your shopping sometimes, walking down. Crocodile just walks up and down and randomly picks someone up for their lunch. But it's so common there. People don't bat an eyelid. You know, you're out there with your mum and your brother and your sister, and you're walking along, and then you see your brother suddenly be taken by a crocodile while out shopping, and oh mum, yeah, little Johnny's in the oh well, we'll have another one, and they just carry on. Just a normal thing there to be eaten by a crocodile in Australia. Very dangerous place. It's the little spiders you've got to be aware for. Redbacks, evil. They climb into your ear and they eat you from the inside out. Big friendly giants are typically found and like to feast on other spiders, damselflies, dragon larvae, and even fish and tadpoles. How are your tadpoles, Mark Bowles? I hope they're doing okay, my love. I'd like to see some of those at some point. This bloke says the Fenrath spider is one of the UK's rarest spiders, and we are proud of the role of our reserves and teams have played in its recovery. The spiders have an important role in maintaining the rich aquatic diversity. There's that word. Oh, so happy. The BBC will love this. Tick, 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 tick. Tick, 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 tick. Diversity. That's what we want. Walking along the meadow trail gives visitors at Strumshaw Fen the best chance of the sightings of the mature females and their glistening nursery webs. So now is the perfect time to make a trip to the reserve. So if you want to go and see any volunteers to go and do that? Anyone want to go and see the spiders? Hands up. You can go and see this Fen thing, whatever it is. I don't like look at the ends of those legs. Look, they look like injections, don't they? Waiting to inject you. Yes. Oh dear. Evening to Jack. Evening to Jack. Hello, Jack. I ain't seen you for years. He used to come along to the karaoke. Hello to you. Good evening to Mr. Tech Sparky. He's doing photos at the fire station. Excellent. Hello to you, sir. Right, I'm just going to scroll down here because we can't move on if I just carry on reading those out. Hot Point Lover had a train set with train where you put liquid in the funnel and it made smoke. Yeah, that's right. I think you still get... I don't know if you still get those. I can't have... No, Health and Safety can't have those. Oh, no, it's too much fun. Too much fun. You can't have those. That's right. You used to have this stuff here, didn't you? Back over onto the text here. Jason's there. Good evening, Jason's son. Trust you're doing well. You do look crispy tonight. Thank you very much. I haven't had this shirt on for years. Couldn't get in it. It was too fat. Seriously. 11 pounds lost. And, happy days, what did my sister say to me this afternoon? Oh, you can see you lost weight. Thank you, sis. She done me a lovely lunch this afternoon. Vegetarian corn pie. I got a little bit more of that later on A little dash of tomato sauce on top. Thank you very much, Jason. Nice to see you at the weekend then. George says, ask your sister to paint. I know she loves painting because I've seen a video. Yes, she does, actually. My sister does like painting. The veranda. It has to be done, otherwise that'll go rocking. Hello to SJ. Yeah, he's there. SJ's there. Mark Bowles' little boy is there. So hello to SJ. Do you like my car, SJ? Look. Just think. I could have bought you one of those. Look at that. Eh? Willie's Jeep. Little blue car. I got one for he's younger than you, my great nephew Frank, who's 3, and one for baby Charlie, who's just a few months old. You have to give it to their mums first. The only thing is, you don't really want to give the child that because it's got that blooming plastic on it. And you know, girls, you know how you break that plastic in the wrong place and it's sharp, isn't it? Sharp. Little kid, you know, blood gushing out of his mouth. Don't have, you know, so that's it. SJ, look at that, eh? I mean, I'll be honest with you, SJ. Maybe not as quite as good as an ice cream machine. As a ninja ice cream machine. Is Daddy buying you one of those? I hope so. I hope so. A ninja ice cream machine. Ice cream cone. Pull the handle down. Stop. Let me... A flake there. A flake there. Let me know when he gets one of those, SJ, all right? And welcome to the show. Okay. Vera says, is it Ross pats out the spider? Oh, do you remember that? I remember that. Patricia in Manchester, not happy about... Oh, it's all right. Sorry, Patricia. No more spider talk now because Patricia's getting very upset. She has spider phobia. Spider phobia. Hey, look, Mark Bowles, SJ likes that. Willie's Jeep. It must have been the bloke who drive it. That's great, that is. But Corgi cars, I think they're great value for money. And there's all different prices of them. Yeah? I mean, there really is. Hang on, let me find my bit with the Corgi cars. Where's it gone now? Oh, it's gone, is it? Hang on. Corgi cars. I've actually just... You can sign up for them as well now. Corgi. You don't have to go to a shop. You join it. And I've actually joined this now because I think they're fantastic value. There's cars on there for like £5, and there's cars on there for a lot more than that. Depends what you want. Are you a collector? You know, if you was a collector, obviously you'd buy that, and you would never take it out of the box, and it would go on a shelf somewhere. Funnily enough, my mate has got a lovely collection of little cars now. His neighbour, her husband died recently. May he rest in peace. Lovely lady called Babs, and of course very, very lonely lady now. It's just, you know, when, and I suppose it won't, I don't get me wrong, I get lonely, you know. I'm sure some of you on your own out there get lonely, and you just keep it to yourself really most of the time, don't you? You know, you don't really talk about it. But I don't think you can be as lonely as someone who has been married to someone for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years, 70 years, and then one dies. That, I don't suppose I will ever experience that feeling. And it must be just terrible. I know what my mum was like, you know. And other people like that. But anyway, back to the Corgi cars. As I say, there's all sorts of prices here. You can if you go to corgi.co.uk, right, it gives you a sliding scale of price that you want to pay for the car, and it goes all the way up to £149. So let's type in. If I type in up to where we are, up to £5.50, right? And yeah, actually, this is one of them. This was £4.99. That here, Mark. £4. Oh, come on, Mark. Look at that little boy's face. Just think how happy it will be when you order this from Corgi.co.uk. Just £4.99. £4.99. Look. So that's that. It turns out that that's the cheapest thing on there. I didn't notice that. I just saw a sale and I saw a picture of the car, so that's the one I bought. And then it goes all the way up to lots of different prices. Be interested to see what's the one that's 150 quid. Then there's one of them, or some of them. Hang on, let's go. £146 or 149. Oh no items. Okay, so I don't know what the dearest one is in here, but Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. They've got Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Let me show you. Let me take a picture of this. I think they're great, these little cars. Should I collect something like this for Wanu? Should I collect it? Yeah, it's the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang one. It's a great car. Now, I had one of those as a kid. I actually had one of those as a kid. That one is £33. Okay? And it does say on that one, not for small people, because there's bits on there that can break off. So, for example, the wings or something like that. You can get a Batman with Batman and Robin. That's 40 quid. How about here's a dear one. The Ford Heritage Capri Collection, available to pre-order. So it's not available yet. 120 quid for that one. 120 quid. There's a lot around the £40 mark. So, don't get me wrong here. Not all for children by any way, shape or form. Let's go up to 30 quid. See how much we got for up to... Oh, there's a lot. Okay, so there's quite a lot between 0 and 30. A cheap one. Yeah, there's another one for sale here. The Beatles London Taxi. £12.99 instead of £22.99. How about a Volkswagen camper van? Oh! And it says happy birthday on it. It's all decorated. Do you want to see a picture of that one? That looks quite good. And that one's 18 quid. So, I think 18 quid, maybe we're getting... it's a little bit blurred, that's it, but you get the general idea. 18 quid, you're kind of getting out of the realms of just a present for the sake of it and more into a birthday gift, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? £17.99, £17.99. Morris Minor, £17.99. £12.99. Beatles London Taxi, I mentioned to you. £8.99. A classic Mini, British Mini. £8.99. Such good value. Such good value. I really think they are. And of course, all metal. I remember years ago when I had a little bit of access to my son. I took round, when I had my access, I took round there a big box of my old cars that I'd kept as a little boy. Great big box of them they were. I'm sure Chitty Chitty Bang Bang was in there and all that. I don't know if he kept them or not. But, nice things to have and to collect over the years. Yeah. So I signed up to that. Mark says he said £4.99 for that. Yeah, worth... Come on, mate. That's not bad. £5. Spend some of that pocket money on it, mate. Don't get your dad to buy it, but spend some of your pocket money on it, SJ. Evening to Stephen Petty. Hello to you. Good to see you back in Lincolnshire again. Was thinking of having a ride to the coast this weekend. Yeah, I think we might be going to Skegness tomorrow with my nephew and his tribe there. Not quite sure yet. Whatever they want to do is fine by me. Monday night is my nephew's night. That is their night. You know what I mean? So once you do that, you stick to it, and that kind of works for everyone, really. Good to see you back in Lincolnshire, everyone. Chris was thinking of having a ride to the coast this weekend, but ended up having to do some trucking instead. Get the money in, boy. Get the money in. Someone's got to move all the the potatoes and the parsnips, lovey. Take care, from Stephen. Yes, they have. Yes, they have. It's funny, actually, up here in Lincolnshire, where I am at the moment, you go past people's houses, on like the main roads and all that. And now and again, you'll come across a table and it'll have potatoes on there, or onions, or carrots, or not tomato plants now, they've all gone, but people are growing plants and they put them all out there in a little basin there, 50p for a pound of potatoes or something like that. And you take your little bag and you put your 50p in the thing and you just go. It works really well. Eggs as well. I saw eggs advertised today. Actually, I might get some eggs. And they're like £2 for 12. How much is 12 eggs in Sainsbury's, Vera? Can you tell me that, love? A matter of interest? Well, mate, no. Well, it depends. I mean, obviously, if you were bringing it round, Mark, In fact, I'll buy you this, Mark, for a visit. How's that sound? I'll buy you that to give to SJ for a visit. Here, SJ, tell your dad to come and visit me now. And then I'll give you the car. Give the car to him to bring to you. Happy days. Or you can come with him if you want. Vera, the Lesney toy factory used to be down the road from where I used to live. I used to watch the bus pick up the factory workers just outside my house. Oh, imagine being near a toy shop there. Wow. Hello to Carl Shaw. Evening, Carl. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Carl owns a spider. Right, now, to get... It's a little bit of an arse way about to show you a photo, but I'll do it. I've got to get it first. Hang on a minute. Let me... Oh, is that going to work? Yes. Okay. Right. Hang on. Let me get this... Oh, why is it asking me to bleed and sign in there? Come on. Why is that now asking me to sign in there? Oh... Sign into Google email. There you go. Try that. Please put the password. Oh, it's put the password in. Happy days. That's two-step verification. Honestly, to try and log into anything now is just a pain in the arse, isn't it? Oh dear. Sorry, SJ. Uncle Chris is swearing a bit today, or Mummy Chris, whatever you want to call me. Let's have a look. Signing in. Check your device. Yes, it's me. And we're in. Thank you very much. Sign in faster. Okay. Oh, passkey. What have I got to do? Set up Windows. Okay. I can do that. That'll be easier. I hope you didn't see me typing in that special pass number then, did you? You can now use your finger, face, or screen lock. There we go. Right. Okay. Carl, right, Carl. Right, got it. Hang on. Oh, my God. Patricia, I'm going to tell you in a minute to not look. Spider. Yes. This is horrific. It really is. Right, hang on a minute. Oh, God, look at the size of that bastard. Stop swearing, Chris. Stop it. Stop swearing. Right, let's just read the email from him. This is from Carl, who's watching today. Here we go. My baby. All right, look away, Patricia. I'll let you know if you hate spiders. Look away now. You need to trust me, okay? I will let you know when to look back again. You ready? Here we go. This is Carl's baby. Oh, my God. Why, oh, why would you want that sitting on your hand? But have you got some sort of mental derangement going on there, Carl? Don't look yet. Don't look back yet, Patricia. Right. Wait for it. There you go. Does anyone fancy holding one of those? Okay, Patricia, it's gone, darling. It's gone. I do wonder the sanity of people that keep tarantula spiders, scorpions, snakes. Or some girlfriends, to be honest. Why, oh why, would you want to hold a great big airy thing like that? Please tell me, Carl, because it's beyond me, my love. Thank you, Carl. Patricia, good value for money, those cars. My cousin threw a Corgi car at me when we were kids. It cut my head and I ended up with A&E, with paper stitches. Our mums were not pleased. He said he threw it as I had stolen his skateboard. This was true but never proven. Well, don't steal his skateboard then. See, it's your fault. My sister was always doing that to me, trying to get me into trouble, saying things that weren't true. What is it with you girls? I see it in the pubs. Gorgeous lads fighting over girls because they've made up something that the other one had said. So they stand there and watch them fighting. Awful. Vera, basic eggs, 10 eggs, 164. Ah, yeah. But they're not fresh out of hen, are they? They've been in a factory. Poor little cage things, darling. In like a prison for all their life. Just laying eggs. It's so wrong, dear. So wrong. Basic eggs, Vera says in Sainsbury's, 10 for £1.64. When did they go down to 10? I don't remember ever buying 10 eggs. 12 and 6, yeah, not 10. Do you sell 10 eggs now then? Oh dear. Not only are all these little sweeties getting smaller and smaller, even the eggs now, they've taken Nick to... Who's had the other 2 eggs? That's what I want to know. Who's nicked? Probably you, Vera. She comes out with all this poppycock about people stealing stuff from her supermarket. It's probably her. Are you searched before you leave work? I hope you are. Are you the one that sits on the till and when your mates comes... Yeah, just put that in your bag. Yeah, I bet that's you, innit? Thank you. Mark! She was a big rat hairy thing. So I've heard. I'm not hairy at all, Mark. No, I'm very smooth, dear. No, even my legs. Would you like to see them? Look, the bottom of my legs. Never grew hairs. Look, here. Look. Ow! Or just... pulled a muscle. Hang on, let me try. I'm just trying to get my legs up for you, Mark. Which is probably easier if you were here, to be honest. Look, no hairs on my legs. Look, just 1 or 2 varicose veins from my extreme hard work all these years. Yes, just think you'll be my toy boy. Oh dear. Well, let us know when you want to move in, and you can tell you know, I've been looking at Disney in Florida for us all to go to. You, me, and SJ. There you go, SJ. We need to go to Disney, Florida. Mickey Mouse, and see that fantastic show, Phantasmic. Of that, I won't be going on any roller coasters. You two can go on there. I'll sit at the bottom and have a cup of tea and an ice cream. Several, actually. You can go on Space Mountain. Scary. What's the big rocky road mountain train thing? I don't know what it is there. Tron. You two can go on all that. I mean, that's a father. You don't want me going on those things anyway, do you, Mark and SJ? That's a father and son thing. You can go on there and I'll be down there. You know, I can get the teas in while you're up there, and I'll be on the bench just outside waiting for the horrific look on your face when you come off those machines. No, you can't have your ice cream and go on the ride with it. Very dangerous. Jason's son, when I see little spiders, I ignore them or set them free. I do that. Think all kinds of possibilities to take them outside. I had there was this really big one this week actually in my kitchen on the wall. And I thought, my God, that's a big one. And I looked. I had to get a bigger. It wasn't even a glass. It was a for flowers, a vase. A vase. I had to get a vase out and get this spider. And the thing is, they don't seem to worry about people too much, spiders. Have you noticed that? You can get right close to them and they still don't move. And then you put that thing on, and when they hear it, they kind of move a bit. And very, very carefully with a bit of paper, because you don't want to hurt it. Seriously, don't want to hurt it. You gradually move this bit of paper, and then it kind of jumps into the glass, or in my case, the vase, and then you can put it outside. I actually found some false black widow spiders under my parasol thing, which is in the garden, and I don't know why I've got it. I never use it. The summer comes round and I open it to dry it out, and underneath there were 3 black widow spiders, false black widow spiders. But you know, and I looked at them, and they moved slowly a little bit, not towards me. They didn't want to eat me at all, and I thought, why do you want to kill those? I told my mate, he said, no, you should squash those straight away. They're very dangerous. But I'm thinking, well, they haven't attacked me. And what was the big error that it made? It just happened to scare me. Does that mean it has to die? No, it doesn't mean it has to die. So I just opened the parrot and I left them there. When I came back, they were gone. Which begs the question, where have the false black widow spiders gone? They may have found another home. Maybe they found a way into my house through the old aerial cable hole in the wall. I hope I don't get eaten. Anyway, there we are. I'm just going to scroll down into the chat box. Once again, can I just keep mentioning, please use the text in there, 07451287337, if you want to text in, okay? And your message will get seen straight away. If it's in the chat box, it gets quite easily missed because it's so busy in there, my darlings. All right. Carl says the spider is called Susie. She is only a baby in that photo. Oh, my God. Only in that photo, which looked fully grown to me. How big do they get then, Carl? Bleed now, mate. Not for me. No spiders for me, thank you. Margaret's there. Hello, Margaret. Rita. Rita's in the house. She had a big operation this year and she's still recovering from it. Love you, Rita. Nice to see you there, my love, all right? Even the fly, Jason, who's that? Jason mentioning the fly there. Even flies, I will try and usher them out rather than squash them. Yeah, wasps, bees, everything. I don't kill things for the sake of it. And Carl was now... Carl was sent a thing of all these spiders. I won't pull that up. It's a bit of an effort. I don't mind doing one picture now and again, but it is a bit of an effort getting pictures up there. Maybe I'll save that for next Sunday, okay? Am I here next Sunday? I'm not here next Sunday, but I should be doing a show for you next Sunday as well. So I'll save that picture. Spiders of the United Kingdom. Don't worry, Patricia. I'll let you know when that happens. Not this week. Happy days. Happy days. Vera wants to know, what does Carl feed the spiders with? Oh, that's not Posh Twink Carl, by the way. It's not Posh Twink Carl. It's another Carl, Vera. All right, love. Hot Point Lover, what a lovely spider. I used to breed red tarantulas. Why would you want to breed those? Why? This is a sickness, dear. A sickness. Not a caring for animals. Sickness. Breeds red tarantulas. What for? Why on earth would you want a family of those living with you? I mean, it's bad enough with a boat. Oh, it doesn't matter anyway. Science with Steve. If he sees a spider running across the floor, it's bye-bye spider. Oh, dear. And there we are. I'm just going to scroll down here, right? Okay. We can't keep up there, my love. We've spoken to everyone, haven't we? We've spoken to everyone. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, boys and girls. There is a phone number if you fancy a call in today. Did I put that on here yet? Oh, my little machine's not working properly. Oh, what a shame. I've got a little button box here that actually my brother Martin from Butler's Empire bought me, and the bottom little row, is that black coral? That's spiders. Oh, okay. That's coral reef. Ah, there you go. There's a phone number. If you fancy calling in tonight, give us a call in. The phone line's open, 020-8144-3477. If you fancy a little chat. We already had Matthew call in earlier, even before the lines were open, love. Yeah, but don't call in and give me some bad news, please. Please keep it going nice and light and friendly so that we can all have a happy evening, all right? Okay. As I say, good drive up here last night. I have been a bit manic today. I went to church this morning, and for change, I went to St. Mary's, which is in Boston. It's not a massively old church, but it does need a bit of a paint job. It's a bit... and a good clean. The statues all need, repainting and cleaning in there. But it is what it is, Anyway, the last time I came in, there was a very old lady playing the organ. I got there at about, I think it was about 9:37 for 10 o'clock. Right? And there's two rows at the front. The two rows had choir members in them, and they were all quite old, older even than me. Yeah. They looked like they were about 70 plus, all of them. There wasn't a single young person in that choir. Anyway, there was a lady sitting on the end, and she would go over to the organ, play one note, and then they would practice a hymn. And I thought, oh, okay. Maybe they practice without the organ, I don't know. And I looked over at the organ, which you can see from there, because it's right at the front on the side. And it's got stickers on some of the keys. There were like little, you know those coloured sticky stickers? I have some here somewhere, don't I? You know, those sort of things, hang on. Those little coloured sticker things. So you got a bit of sticky thing on there. And she'd go around and press one of the notes, and then they'd practice a hymn or part of the mass, and then she'd come over and do another one. Okay. And then I'm sitting there, and it's like 5 to 10 now, and I'm thinking, you know, there's no organist. I think it's 5 to 10. So I quickly flicked through all the hymns, and there was a couple there, and I thought, no, I don't know that one. Oh, what shall I do? Now it's 3 minutes to 10, so it's too late to sort of say, hello, I might be able to do some of the hymns. Remember, I'm not a professional musician, okay? I am a have-a-go. I have a goer. I can get away with it. I can come to a church and make your organ sound like you're in a cathedral, okay? But I can't actually read music. If you tell me, can you play this? I need to know it to be able to play it. Or at least I can now just about read the top line as in sight reading, which has come on its own, funnily enough. But I need to play a hymn a few times before I'm happy with it. So I said nothing. So the mass came and went, and at the end I went over to the lady she was clearly in charge, the one in the corner. I said, where's the old lady who plays the organ? She said, oh, she doesn't play anymore. She's gone deaf. She was going deaf, and now she can't hear it at all, which is just, that's incredibly sad, that is. You know, when you've got a gift and it's gone. You know, and it goes. I think the one of those things that scares me is sight and hearing, I think, really. If I lost my taste, well, you know, that's just how it is, you know. But, you know, to lose something like your sight or your hearing must be just terrible. Terrible. Anyway. Oh, right, okay. I said, well, look, I come up once a month. I said, I'm not a professional, but I can play. She said, do you play anywhere else? I said, yeah, well, I live in Bracknell. Oh, what, do you play every week? I said, no, every 3 weeks. There's 3 people doing stuff in there, 2 organists and a lovely lady who plays a guitar named of Sheila, who's just such a nice person. She checked up on me when I had my dislocated shoulder, which is coming up to 2 years now. Can you even believe that? 2 years. Anyway, so she said, oh, okay, I could see she wasn't very sure. She said, that might be okay for us. I said, well, do you want to hear me play before you say yes? Oh, yeah, that's a good idea, she says. So I sat up there. I said, well, what would you like? She said, well, anything at all. So I think I played Hail, Queen of Heaven. So I played that for them. And it was a very strange organ. You didn't have any stops down, and yet noise was coming out of it. And it's got I think it's got 3 or 4 staves. The one I've got has only got 2. And I couldn't, the pedals weren't loud. And then I opened this little drawer, and there's all these little volume controls. That's for the pedals. Well, turn that up. Now the pedals, you can hear it. So it will take a bit of getting used to. It's quite, and I've never really played on one like that with so many different like controls and things like that. But the be all and all of it is I'll be playing there now once a month in that little church, and I'm going there Tuesday morning after the radio show to have a go on it, and I can be in there for an hour if I want to, because I need to see how it works. All organs are different. Most of them you can actually sit up there, push a cut, yeah, that's that, but not this one. It's a little bit more complex, this one. It's also very old, and it's very loud. It's actually very loud. Too loud, probably. Too loud. So I need to find out how to control that. There'll probably be another little volume thing there. So, yeah. So that was a thing there. You know, the weird thing is, as I sat there thinking, oh, I don't know about this. Do I want to be doing this? Because you don't know anyone. You know, I don't know anyone in that church at all, or the choir, or the priest. I'm sitting there. They haven't got. Do you see what? They haven't got anyone. I sat and I thought, oh, I don't know if I want that. And something was saying, no, you need to do this because they don't have anyone. And that's why I offered, because they don't have anyone. And, you know, if you can go there once a month and maybe make a bit of a difference, then it's worth doing, isn't it? Yeah? Don't get me, you know, there's no payment involved or anything like that. I don't think I could ever charge, I know we're all different, you know. I could never charge the church for anything that I would do for the church. A wedding is a different thing. That is a private thing, you know. But playing for mass or something like that, I could never say, right, okay, well, I'm happy to do that. That's 50 quid, please, or whatever it is. You know, there is actually a website of requiring organists, but they are after professional people, not people like me who have a go. You know, I have a go. Can't always play in the right key, you know, but I can play pretty close to what the key should be, so I get away with it. That's what I would say. I get away with it. So that's it. So something said to me, you know, you need to do this for them. So that's it. And I shall enjoy doing that. And then after that, I came back here. Gary arrived here. My nephew Gary was here, and he's been replacing bits of wood, like I said at the beginning of the show, on the veranda. And we've got a piece of wood in the hallway as well. And then that's all the maintenance done for this year, really. This year has been particularly good, actually. Everything is working. I even upgraded the internet. I bought a new router, as you know, a couple of months ago now, for the internet. I mean, the difference that made to the speed was amazing. Over 4G, I was getting 25 meg. Now it's more like 75 because it's a new router. And this new router, I don't know how it works. The old router used one piece of airwave. This router uses several. And because it uses several pieces of airwave, this is how I understand it, it can speed it up. A little bit like being on a motorway. Single lane road, you know, you can only go at the speed of the slowest car, can't you? Right? Unless you can overtake. Great big road with lots of lanes, you know, all these cars are moving forward, and that's like the internet I'm on now. Lots of different routes being used for the information. So I gather. I don't know. Yeah, thank you, Vera. I think so as well. Stephen says the conversation topic last night in the driver is unloading waiting room. I don't know what you mean about that. Stephen, what's that got to do with what we're... I don't know what you mean there. Something about the age restriction thing. I don't... What has instigated that comment? Have I said something that instigates that? Because I can't think what that would be, Stephen. Anyway, do let us know there. All right. Anyway, so Gary's done my bit of wood outside, and it's like solid now, but I've got to paint the damn thing, like I said at the beginning of the show. So he went, and then I went over to my niece, my sister's house for dinner, and she did a lovely dinner for us. I've got a little bit more of that to eat later. And then my nephew came in, my other nephew, Jimmy, and his Mrs. Charlotte, with the new baby, Ernie the baby, who immediately started crying, just like Frank used to. Happy Frank. And that's when I gave Frank. I bought two of these, like I say. Frank's already got his, and he was very pleased with it. So there we are. And that's been my day so far. Okay, don't forget, if you want to call in, 020-8144-3477. I'll try and keep an eye on the phone-in thing. We won't keep that open for very long, just in case anyone wants to call in there. The phone line is open. Okay. Don't know if you saw one of the Butler's Empire programs this week. But I must admit, my heart was in my mouth when I saw my sister go up that ghastly funfair ride at Skegness. And she was bloody terrified. I wouldn't have taken her up that, I must admit. I won't go on anything like that. This, I don't know how many feet up in the air it goes, but it's high, really high. They're like swings. They're not even solid. It's not like you can hold on to a solid piece of metal. Do you know what I mean? These are swings. And they're in a circle and they hang down quite a long way down as well. And this thing goes up and up and up, and then it starts going around. £10, which I think is very reasonable, actually. My brother-in-law was loving it. He was loving it. She didn't open her eyes, and that I'd be the same as her. I wouldn't be opening my eyes. Sod that, mate. It's going round. So people must get dizzy on there. And don't get me wrong, the view was amazing from this thing. Awful. I wouldn't go on it, so I must say, full marks. I said, would you do it again? She said, no, absolutely not. She'd never do it again. I wouldn't want to do something like that. Did I have a story here about fun fairs? I didn't. No. Anyway, good luck to my sister for doing that. That's what I say. Let's have a look here. Water Worlds. That's it. That's what Matt was going to talk about, weren't it? Water Worlds. Let me just do my emails again. Good evening to Dean, just joining us there. Thanks for the text, Dean. All is well here up in Lincolnshire. All is well, Dean. Carl says those tarantulas get to 10 inches. Oh, Patricia, you're the same as me, lady. No spiders for us. How is that a natural thing, having all those legs? And don't they, what's that thing where they shed their skin, like, and you find the ectoskeleton of a bleeding spider on the floor or something like that? And that's even worse. If you find the ectoskeleton, well, where's the spider gone? Some people I know wish they could shed their skin and look a little bit younger, I reckon. All right. Water parks. You ever been to water parks, gang? You can ring in and tell me if you want. 020 8144 3477 is my phone-in number. But The Sun done a little story. All the water parks in the UK mapped with lazy rivers and wave pools in time for hot weather. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've been really to a water park. Even Disney have one, don't they? Is it Busch Gardens or Water World or something like that in Florida? I never went there. When we were kids, Mum and Dad used to take us to an outdoor pool called Guildford Lido, which apparently is still there, and I intend to go there at some point, which I've been saying for years. I'm running out of time rapidly this year as it starts getting colder again, but I might still try and go before it closes for the winter. Here where I am at the moment in Chapel Hill, where my sister lives in Woodall Spa, they have a place called Jubilee Park, and they have a massive outdoor Lido there, which is open till the end of October, I think it is. And last time I was up here, I think I went 4 times. And it's very, very big pool, and it's a lovely pool to be in. And I've got to book up for tomorrow morning, actually, and do that this week. But yeah, do you go into water parks or anything like that? It says one of the best ones is in Bracknell, Coral Reef. Now, I've never been here. I've never been. I brought up a picture of it. There you go. That's Coral Reef in Bracknell. I'll be honest with you, it doesn't look that big, does it? Do you know what I mean? I mean, there's a great pirate ship there. Pirates! Hey! Pirate there and some, like, fake palm trees and a bit of spray going. It doesn't actually look that big to me, you know. The story says Coral Reef is one of the largest interactive water worlds in England, with 5 water slides, an erupting volcano and a pirate ships. The swimming pool itself featuring rapids, a bubble pool, a children's area, and fountains. Always important to have a children's area in these things, isn't it? You know, what you can't see on that picture is tubes. Tubes go outside. Hot Point Lover has never been to a water park. Look at that. Yeah, they have tubes outside, and you can, you know, go down them and what have you, if you want to. Actually, the one in Boston, they did have a tube in the sort of inside in there that kids used to go down. But that one's closed at the moment. I used to go to the George Mulder Leisure Centre in Boston while I was up here to do my swimming. That's closed for a year. while they're doing a massive refurbishment in there. They do have another pool, smaller pool, but it's all right. The only thing is you can't really use it to the afternoon, and that's just not convenient for me. So I'll book in at the Jubilee Park for tomorrow at 12 o'clock. The Coral Reef in Bracknell, it says there's even a little luxury at the park for adults in the adults-only Coral Spa. I always get a bit worried about that, adults-only areas in water parks. All sorts of goings on there, dear. Not for me, dear. Not for me. Not for me and my church people. The spa is home to 3 saunas, a Japanese steam room, spa, cool pool, and even heated sun lounges. Heated sun lounges. Don't get those in Spain, do you? When you're fighting over the sun lounges. I can't think of anything worse than to be sitting round a pool for hours on end doing nothing. Oh, it'd do my head in. That would do my head in. Mark, can you not hear me, Mark? Mark says turn my volume up. Well, you're a bit late saying it, what, just now? Really? Why have you told me that now? I can turn it up, look. Turn it up. Hey, is that better? Is that better, darling? I mean, it looks like it's banging in the red here. I'm banging in the red here, and there's a thing there keeping it down. I don't know. You're the only one who said it's not. Why have you left it an hour and 10 minutes to tell me it's not? It's a bit quiet. No one else has mentioned that except you. Shania's there. Good evening, lovely Shania. Hello, darling. Vera has never been to a water park either. There we are. Mark says, bit of me that. What's a bit of you, love? Yeah, in those water parks in the adults-only area. Shocking. Shocking state of affairs. Anyone else been to a water park anywhere? No one? No one been to a water park? Hot Point lover? You need to get there before they turn up, the Germans, and put their towels on there, don't they? All right, phone line's closed now. You had your chance. There you go. Where's the water park thing? Oh, Waterworks Stoke-on-Trent. There used to be a bloke who used to listen in Stoke-on-Trent. I don't know where he's gone there, though. He seems to have disappeared, doesn't he? Dan Woodhouse has disappeared. Anyone notice that? Dan Woodhouse seems to have disappeared. We haven't heard from him for ages now, have we? Hope he's all right. Anyone hear from Dan at all? Perhaps he got fed up. People get fed up with me eventually. I know, it's hard to believe, but they do. Roy, Wet and Wild in Florida. That's the one in Florida, Roy. Thank you. Wet and Wild, that's one I've never been to. Perhaps I should go there next time I go to Florida. Hopefully I'll be going next year. I'd like to go to Florida. And I'd like to go at Christmas. Not on Christmas Day, but around that period, because I'd like to see the Disney Christmas decorations. I've never seen those, and they're supposed to be magnificent. My nephew Jimmy went last year. Yeah, last year. I think it was last year. Yes, last year in November he went, and they all did the Christmas decorations and all that. Jason said the sound is fine. It's you, Mark. The sound's fine, mate. It's probably SJ. He's turned it down. He's had enough of me now. Honestly, Jason, these people that can't work their own equipment, dear me. Shocking. Yeah, Waterworld Stoke-on-Trent, 30 rides. One ride, Thunderbolt, is also the UK's first trapdoor water slide. Oh, I'm not liking the sound of that. And there's an outdoor pool as well. Alton Towers Water Park. Did you know there was something at Alton Towers that's a water park? I thought it was just like roller coasters and all that. Look at that. You can enjoy lazy rivers, water cannons, and the Master Blaster water roller coaster. Hey, you get some ideas for SJ here, Mark. Outside, there's even more with the bubbly wobbly pool and flash floods flume ride. Tickets to the water park, £18 each. And that looks quite good, that one. There's the Wave Water Park in Coventry, home to a range of attractions. Splashdown Pool in Dorset. That must be near you, Mark. Is it Dorset? You're Somerset, aren't you? Dorset. Another one here for you, Mark. Splashdown Quayside in Devon. Any of these that you want me to turn up to for a family day out? On me? Huh? On me. Ice creams, chips, tickets, on me. All three of us together. What do you have to do? Splashdown Quayside in Devon. The UK's biggest outdoor water park. It's got 11 flume rides. That's those tubes that you go down. I don't like being in the tube. I don't think I'd mind if it was like an open tube, with no top on. I just don't, I keep thinking I might get stuck in one of the tubes. One in Wow in Reel. SC2 water park, number of rides, beach style paddling pool, number of play features. They've got a kids area. Sandcastle water park in Blackpool, which I think Matt was talking to us about earlier. Time capsule in Scotland. And Centre Parks, they've got lovely water thing there, and it does look good. Butlins water parks. Now we went to the Butlins one in Skegness. I always remember because I went with my nephew and his tribe in Butlins, Skegness. Not last year, the year before, and the year before that. We went 2 years in a row. And the water park's good, but I remember the first time we went, it was so cold, and even in the pool, not the water, but around, because it's massive, they can't possibly heat it. Can't get the heating on in there, I suppose. And it was cold around the pool. And I remember great nephew Harry and Evie. Oh, Uncle Chris, can we go down the tube? Oh no, please, not down the tube. Anyway, I did go down the tube, and it was all right, to be honest, But of course, the tube goes outside. I don't think we really noticed that that's even cold as well. But it was a bit cold in that pool. Yeah, one of those things. Anyway. Jason's never been to a water park, not really for him. Ah, okay, fair enough. It's not for everyone. Mark says there's nothing wrong with my equipment. I'm sure there isn't. I'm sure there isn't, my dear. Have you selected a date? I've got my calendar here, Mark. Got my calendar. If you want to take the boy to, if we want to take your little boy to one of these places, now I can do a couple of dates in September. Usually I can't do weekends because of my job, but if you want to do the weekend, I'll happily take the weekend off just for you, my love. Saturday the 6th or 7th of September, is that any good to you? Wednesday the 10th, Thursday 11th, Friday the 12th, then I go to Scotland. Wow, when's that then? Hang on a minute. 13, it's only 3 weeks away. Wow. Friday, 1 week. No. 13th. I've got to book my parking for that. Purple Park. They want 110 quid to park your car for 4 days. I must check the Uber price, actually. Maybe it'd be cheaper to get an Uber there than they take the piss, don't they, with these car parks. So I can't do that week, Mark. But I have a whole week free here, Mark. 23, 4, 5 and 6. I mean, why not? Why don't we just go to Disney in Paris with the boy? Can you get him out of school for a few days? No problem. No problem. Just tell him he's got a sore throat or something. I know doctors. They can write notes. My friend Roy knows people like that. Get anything, passports. Passports, fake MOT certificates, anything. Just to have a word with my friends here, darling. They'll help you. Oh, dear. What else have we got here? Let me have a look. Just some stuff I'm watching on Netflix at the moment. I've now finished watching The Jury, which is excellent. There's 2 seasons of that. The second season is better because one of the actresses, the great, I think it's Julie Waters. Is it Julie Waters? Hang on a minute. Is that Julie Waters? Julie Waters. She plays the defence barrister in the second series of The Jury, and she's just so good in it. But the first series is good as well. So have a look at that on Netflix, The Jury. I'm watching Harlots at the moment. Not something to watch with children. There's a bit of rudeness in that, my loves, okay? But it's about these 2 prostitute houses, okay? Years and years gone back, 1800s or something like that, I suppose it was. That's very good as well, okay? Star Trek Strange New World, still watching that at the moment. It's a bit hit and miss, really, to be honest. I quite like it. This episode was very good this week, but the episode last week I didn't think was particularly good. That's on Paramount. I only just discovered, because I watch that at my mate's house usually, I've only just discovered you can get Paramount free, but with adverts. Did you know that? I didn't know. I thought it was subscription and that was it. No, you can get it, but with adverts. So I should be downloading that onto my telly if I can. You know, Paramount, and that's it, I think. There we are. Okay. Right. Just something that keeps popping up on my Facebook. Adverts for car mats. Anyone keep seeing these? In particular, whip mats. WHIPMATS. And when I buy something, I need a good reason to buy it. What will this improve that I do or have got? So, for example, and I'm not an upgrader. You know, here we have an iPhone 13, which works perfectly well, takes lovely pictures, takes lovely videos. Battery now a bit, do you know what I mean? You generally got to charge it up sort of halfway through the day again. But that's okay, I can put up with that. And it's very unusual for me to see something. Oh, that's going to look really nice. Just for the looks of it. Very unusual. But I was attracted to these adverts for car mats. Car mats. I have a red Honda now. Honda HR-V, which I love very much. Fantastic car. Absolutely fantastic car. Run-of-the-mill. Bog standard, and it's the lowest one you can get. You know, I don't have. Oh, would you like the wheels with the encrusted diamonds on them? You know. Oh, would you like the tinted one? Oh, what about the special fog lamps? No, I don't have any of that. Oh, how about insurance for scratches? No, I don't want that. Oh, what if you damage your tyres? You can insure. No, I don't want any of that. I have the bog standard car. That's it. Right. So I've got this red Honda. And I kept seeing adverts on Facebook from whip mats for car mats. But they weren't just mats that sit on the bottom. They kind of covered the whole of that well where you fit seat. Drivers, passengers, you can have just those two done or the back done. They look really good, like a diamond. As the ice cream man. You know I'm in a caravan, so ice cream man comes round. I bought one from him last time I was up here. Small cone. No, small tub. £4.50. Well, I shan't be going back out there again. No, you can go to Ben and Jerry's and get some. You know, you can go to the co-op and get a Ben and Jerry's there. They've always got one on special offer for £3.50. A whole tab. £4.50 each. I'll give him a fiver. When he gave me 50 pence back, I thought, you must... I didn't say anything. I'd already handed over the fiver because I didn't ask. I just certainly didn't expect it to be £4.50. Anyway, I went on the Chapel Hill Facebook group, Chapel Hill Caravan Marina Facebook group. On there was all these people moaning about how much they'd just been paid for an ice cream. So I don't suppose they're getting much more custom. People get greedy. How is it £4.50 for the bloody ice cream? I don't think so, love. Not from me. Might go to the co-op and get one later. Or Skegness. Happy days. £2.50 maybe. Love. They're the best ice creams. No question in my mind. The best ice creams are in Skegness at those little booths that they have sort of along and really nice ones next to McDonald's. There's a McDonald's in there. And the funny thing is the McDonald's workers, I've seen them come out at their lunchtime and buy an ice cream from the ice cream booth rather than in McDonald's. Because those McDonald's ones, I'm sorry, they're a bit tasteless. £4.50 he wanted. Anyway, where was I now? What was I just talking about? I've forgotten there. I've forgotten what I was talking about. Hang on a minute. Let me do my messages. I like to keep up on the messages. Thank you. What were we just talking about? Hondas, that's it. Car mats, that's it. So, these car mats, you could choose your colour. They were red, I'd have thought. Red, and they were like a diamond. Like diamond stitch in these. I thought that would look really, really nice in my car. I could see red, beautiful red mats and the paint outside is all red and all that. So nice. But I decided I did a little bit of a search, and there's some really bad reviews on them. That was advertised on Facebook. Whip mats, so I won't be buying anything from them. I mean, I don't think they were cheap. 120 quid. That's not cheap, is it? Is that cheap for car mats? 120 quid. Like my bleeding dentist bill. I've got dentist not next week, the week after, for filling. £300. Because the NHS, they don't do the white fillings. £75. Now, it is a back tooth. I'll come to that in a minute. Let me write that down. Dentist. Come to that in a minute. Let's go back to the bats. So they're whip mats. And then, as I'm clicking on those, and then... I don't know if any will come up now, actually. Let's have a quick look. See if I get any adverts up there now for the mats. I keep clicking not interested, and it's not supposed to show him anymore after that, is it? But they still come up. Here's another one here. carmats.co.uk. Enter your reg to find your perfect car mat. So, carmats.co.uk. Well, at least they're in the UK, I suppose they are. What are people's comments there are generally very good comments on that one. Enter your reg to find your perfect car mats. But they're just the flat ones, they go underneath your feet. These ones I saw went kind of around the whole of the well, so round the outside, under your feet, and up again the other side. They look fantastic, red, but they were just very bad reviews on the Trustpilot thing. So we got car mats there, and as time's gone on, I keep now being shown different people that do car mats, and I wondered if they were all like dodgy. I mean, my mate got scammed for 200 quid off Facebook the other day. I can't remember what it's, some blooming shelf. Oh, for God's sake, this shelf is an arm and a leg, this shelf costs. But he wants it, and I think he got scammed for 200 quid. I think he paid on the credit card, so he'll get the money back of that. And do learn that, gang. If you've got a credit card and you're buying anything online, always use the credit card. Because if something goes wrong and you can't get hold of the manufacturer for some reason, you can, I think it's a Section 75, and on your credit card issuer, there will be something on there. If, cashback or something like that. I can't remember what it's called now, but you can go to them and get your money back. I invested in a wind farm. I didn't make a huge investment. It was 750 quid. Okay? And the people selling it went bust. And the idea is you invest in this wind farm, and then each month they send you some money back off your electric bill. Yeah. I quite like the whole idea of being involved in something like that. So 750 quid was all right. I'm already in a solar farm. But the people that were running it went bust. So now it won't be built. What about my 750 quid? Well, I paid with my credit card. So there was a big group, and it's WhatsApp group, which grew and grew and grew, of these people who discovered it and then started joining it, who had lost money, some much more than me, like thousands. And they started doing the Section 75 on the premise of, I have paid for a service and now I won't get it. Well, what's that service? You have bought in advance, basically, electricity, and now it's not coming. Therefore, you've bought a service and you haven't got the service, so you can claim back the money from your credit card company. So I did that. Back in June it was. And as time went on, more and more people are like, da-da-da-da-da, and I got my money. So what happened to me, personally, is I made the claim. A week later, you get an email saying, thank you for your claim. We have put the £750 back in your bank, and we'll now investigate the issue. If we find you are not entitled to that money back, we will take it back off you. Okay? And so that was in June, and it was the week before last, so August, that I got the final email and says, thank you, our investigations are complete. We're pleased to tell you that we won't be claiming the money back and the case is now closed. Happy days. It's always worth paying with your credit card. Just make sure you can pay it off at the end of the month. Don't be like one of these people who just can't. Some people can't. My mate hasn't got a credit card. How did he claim his back yet? No, I don't think he did. I think he's trying to get it back off his bank, which is a different thing. You may have a credit card with the bank, but that is not the same as a bank account, yeah? It's a lot easier to get your money back from a credit card than a bank account, so I think he's on with them. But he hasn't got a credit card because he just can't, he is unable to control it. And there's many people like that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just how they are. You give them a credit card with a £10,000 limit, you know, they will buy something for £10,000 and they will keep going until they get to 10,000. You know, I'm lucky I can do that. And each month I know exactly how much I owe and then I pay it off. And you may say to yourself, well, why bother then? Well, that's one reason. The other reason is I get a little bit of money back every time I use my my credit card. So come November, I can have £100 sent to me for nothing. Not a small amount of money, I don't think, £100. There you are, Jason. He agrees with that as well, don't you, Jason? Yeah. You know, it's how it is, credit cards. Some people are all right. If you're all right with them, I highly recommend you have one. If you're not, don't then. You know, because you'll run up terrible bills. You hear these stories of people running terrible bills. Thanks, Carl. Not quite the same as that, Carl. That's an American one, I think. The British ones, the grill was different. The grill was, like, long. I haven't got a picture of my car here. Hang on. There you are. And he's just sent me a picture of some mats there. No, not like that, Matt. Not like that, Carl. Those mats are different. These other mats went right up the side. They were a lovely red. But when I checked out the Facebook, not TripAdvisor, you know, the reviews of whip mats, and they were some really bad ones in there, so we don't order from them, I'm afraid. All right, let me see here. Who's Pete? Let's see, Pete. Oh, someone wants to be my friend. Who's his friends? Oh, there's my sister, so that's all right. If he knows my sister, he's a friend of mine. Happy days. Do you know what I mean? Okay, what else are we here? Did I mention the other film I'm watching? Baby Farm. Anyone seen that? Again, that's on Netflix, and it's about these women. I think they're in Nigeria, and they're usually women who are a bit desperate, and they go to this clinic. Oh, come in, we'll look after you. And they feed them and all this, and then when they have their babies, they take them away and sell them. Yeah, good film. Baby Farm, it's called. The acting is a little bit... sometimes, not very good, but that's okay. And that's called Baby Farm, also available on Netflix. I can't remember if my friend Vera's watched that. I don't, or was it my sister who's watched it? My sister's watched it, I think. Yeah, my sister's at it. Yeah. Jason, John Lewis credit card is good. Gives you points when you use their credit card anywhere to vouchers. You can spend at Waitrose, John Lewis in store or online. Thank you, Jason. I'm a big fan of John Lewis. Yeah, if I buy something big, it generally comes from John Lewis or what's the other one? It's an online place. Something.co.uk. Oh, what's that place called now? AO.com. AO.com. I bought stuff from AO.com. I've had a problem with it, and they've been great. Really good at sorting out the problem. Really good. AO.com and John Lewis. I would never buy from like IKEA. Anything, anywhere you have to buy stuff, Jason, right? Where you have to put it together. Not interested, mate. Actually, my mate's just sent back some garden furniture. He said, I emptied it. You have never seen so many screws and bits and pieces in all your life. He sent it back. He sent it back, and I think, where did he go then? I can't think where he bought, but he ordered stuff that came and you put it in place and it's there. No, put it together, bits of screws and stuff like that. Oh, I can't stand it. Oh, I can't bear it. No DIY, thank you. Vera says she hasn't seen Baby Farm. It's quite good, Vera. Yeah, do feel free to have a little watch of that, darling, all right? Baby Farm. Okay. Spider, car mats. There we are. We've done the Corgi cars. We've done the Corgi cars, haven't we? Yeah, we've done the Corgi cars. And on the same subject, and I think Mark Bowles is going to be once again interested in this little story here. On the same, so we talked about a water park. So we're staying on the sort of water theme here. This was in the Sun this week. In deep water. Shocking. The air was thick with chlorine, the deafening echo of children's shrieks and the chaotic splash of a cannonball. It's a quintessential school holiday afternoon at your local swimming pool. For almost a quarter of UK parents, a trip like this is a go-to activity, especially on a wet day. And you'll know, being regular listeners and viewers, I go swimming most days. I interweave it with my gym visits. When I'm up here, it'll just be the swimming pool. But when I'm back at home, it'll be gym Sunday, swimming Monday, gym Tuesday, swimming Wednesday, swimming Thursday in the morning, gym at night, swim Friday. So I like my swimming pool, and I do 80 lengths. Now I'm up to 80 lengths in the pool at Bracknell, which is equivalent to about 40 in the Lido here, because it's a massive pool here. Anyway, the story goes on, and this is very shocking. If we do have any church people watching or listening to the show, I suggest you leave us early now, because this is just disgusting. And I've got to say, I've never seen this myself before, but the Sun reports from his high tower, our secret lifeguard. Lifeguards. Yes, that's got your attention, hasn't it, ladies? Lifeguards. We have a particularly nice lifeguard at the moment, and my mate's all over him. Straight boy. His name is Ben. 18. Come on, Ronnie. He's 18, mate. And I get him so well with all of them in there. All the lifeguards and all that. 18 is too young, come on. But it's all the girls are always chat. Always these girls. I said, and one day I saw him and he had a massive mark on his neck. Disgusting. I said, oh my God, Ben, who done that? He said, oh, just someone I met at the weekend. I said, you going out with her? No. I said, well, come on then, let's see a picture. And he brought this picture out and I thought, no, not for me. Bleached blonde hair, fake teeth, you know the sort. Not for you, Ben. Us older gays, we do like to look after our straight boy lads, as in the boy ones, 18 to sort of 30. They're to me a boy. They need to be looked after, and they need to be protected from these awful girls with fake breasts. Awful. Want someone nice, love. What about her over there? Oh, I don't know he's going like that. Well, she looks quite nice. Plain Jane, No, wants the fake one with the fake blonde hair. I try. They tell you all their problems, these straight boys. Why is that? Anyway, but from his high tower, our secret lifeguard watches the goings-on with the ever-increasing sense of dread. Here, he reveals a shocking truth. I'm now going to do a shocked look for you. That's the same look that I did when I farted on the organ chair a couple of weeks ago. Oh, I was horrified. I don't know how it happened. It just slipped out. And oh, I'm so sorry, everyone. Oh, dear. Here he reveals a shocking truth. It's not the overexcited kids who are the problem, but their utterly filthy and entitled parents. Don't you love them, everyone? Entitled people. I can't stand them. Walk into a pub or a restaurant, thinking they're the bee's knees, demanding this left, right and centre. Who are you? Hello, lovely lamb lunch. I always do 40 lengths before even song. Look at that. My lallies are great at kicking in the pool. Do you do even song? You're in a choir? How great. Look at that. Our pool has lovely steam room facilities, says this bloke. But some parents who use it can get a bit carried away. I caught one pair sneaking off for some hanky-panky, leaving me to watch their offspring while they're at it. I mean, that's not right, is it? Leaving your kids in the pool. I mean, all right, if they're like 15, yeah, but not little ones, come on. And quite honestly, it's bleeding dangerous. You always know if they've got plans to get it on. There's a telltale smirk on their faces, and they look around furtively, waiting until it's empty. If the pool's quiet, I'll sometimes signal to get one of the other attendants to burst in after a few minutes to catch them in the act, as it makes us laugh. I'd do that. Ultimately, we ask them to stop, and if they keep doing it, we kick them out. But it's never come to that. At my last pool, I worked a few times at events hired out by naturists because I got paid double, and those swimmers were always much better behaved. They just liked swimming in the nude. It wasn't about the hanky-panky. I don't think I'd like to swim in the nude. That just doesn't do it for me at all. Some people like to be naked. It's true, isn't it? I remember years ago seeing some documentary, I think it was, about these people in university, and this group of boys. I think it's about four or five of them, and they all shared this flatlet type thing, and one of them was completely naked. And they said, "Oh, this is John, this is Dean, this is Mark, this is Simon, this is so and so," and he's cooking. Hello. I said, "Why is he naked?" "Oh, he just likes to be naked." Actually, great nephew James is like that. 7. He's naked all the time. He comes over from school, takes all his clothes off. It's just like a normal thing for people to do, isn't it? I mean, not for me. I don't walk around naked. Not for me, but other people, they like them. What's the word again? Naturists. You know, it's not actually about doing anything. They just like to be naked. You know, are you allowed to be in your garden naked? Is that allowed? I wonder if that's allowed or not. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have no interest in doing anything like that. Just wondered if you are allowed to do that. It says, as well as lifeguard duties, it's my job to check on the changing rooms and do some light cleaning. But that shouldn't involve picking up stinky nappies from cubicle. Oh, I've seen this. Dirty, stinky nappies. That baby's not the baby's fault. No, dear. The parents. They've changed their baby in it's usually like a large shower for baby changing and disabled people. They change the nappies, chuck it in the corner of the bloody floor, and then piss off home. Dirty, disgusting people. They really are. They pick up stinky nappies from the cubicles or next to the bin. They don't have the sense to put them. I don't know what it is about that. Or they don't put them in the bin. It's particularly galling when the bin is empty. On one occasion, I was walking through the change room and a dirty swimming nappy was kicked out from under the door right in front of me. I kicked it straight back in and told them to deal with it. It was disgusting. I can't stand those sort of parents. They're nothing but entitled and rude, and God knows we know them all, don't we? We know them all, these awful people. It says, every now and again, a child will have an accident in the pool. It's gross, but it happens. Fair enough. I don't have a problem with that. Children have accidents. Fair enough. And it's not for some adult to start screaming, "Oh, you dirty little..." No, it's a child. It happens. And the story goes on like that. People go in there, they get drunk. Ah, it's awful. Anyway, that's the story about the swimming pools there. I must say I've never seen that happen there. Mark wants me to just pay the money. What was that for? An upgrade or something? My tooth, innit? My tooth. Oh, so I had a filling drop out a couple of weeks ago, and when was that? I mean, I'll be honest, it's a bit of a wait, but it's not painful. It's a bit of an annoyance, to be honest, because it's rubbing inside. There we are. 3rd of September. No, that's when it is. So I went to the dentist on... Blimey. 6th of August. I went, and the filling dropped out. But luckily, there's no pain. None at all. You know, it hasn't got like to the root level or anything like that. So I'm quite like, she thought I was quite lucky with that. Anyway, the appointment for the thing is on Wednesday, not this Wednesday. Next, is it Tuesday? Whatever, the 3rd of September, next week. Thank you very much. £300, please. And the reason it's £300 is because it's a white filling. Now, I wouldn't usually bother with anything like that, especially as it's at the back. I'm going to show. Look, you can see it. There, see that on there? That's a big filling there. It literally dropped out. Now she said, you can have an NHS one, £75. That's like, looks like metal, doesn't it? And I didn't have a problem with that. She said, but because it's so big, she said, I'm not sure it's going to last very long. She said, I don't think it's going to stick very well. Okay, what's the other options? And she said, one was a crown. Crown on the NHS is £300. Or you can have a white filling. And I don't know, I just didn't fancy the idea of having something else in my mouth attached. So I went for the white filling, and it's £300, of which they want half the money now, so I've paid half for it already, so that's something. But £300. Oh dear. And what upsets me is that I'd just come out of the opticians and I'd bought 4 pairs of glasses for £80. How is it £80 for 4 pairs of glasses and you want £300 to put a little bit of white plastic in my tooth? Shocking, isn't it, eh? So that's the dentist story there. Vera says she bought her washing machine from John Lewis. Yeah, my last washing machine with John Lewis, it's over 10 years old now. It actually says John Lewis on it. So I'll be getting a smart washing machine next, yes. Not one that looks good. I mean, nothing can look good as me, let's be honest, can it? Pardon? £300, honestly, that's what gets me. This week, Dean says, I went to the dentist and the dentist was moaning about a woman before me. She had pubes in her mouth. You had to pull them out. Oh, I don't believe that for a moment, Dean. Dirty cow. I hope you brush your teeth. Who brushes their teeth before they go to the dentist? I hope you do. I will not go to the dentist unless I've brushed and flossed my teeth twice. Always. And last week, I went to the hygienist. Thank you very much. £75. Anyway, so you're getting there. Chair, nice bloke, Luke his name was, and his nice assistant. So he's having oh yes, I see. You haven't been here for a while, have you? I said, no, not really. He said, can I ask why? I said, I don't like the ultrasonic machine. It bloody hurts. Oh, well, we'll be as careful as possible. He said, to be honest, you'd be better off. He said, I don't want to muck up your day, but we have this other thing now, which is an air jet thing. I don't know, air jet. And it fires air, water, and little particles at your teeth to clean them off. He reckons it's better and less painful than the ultrasonic machine. He said, would you like to rebook? And I saw this poster in front of me, special offer, £25. I said, well, hang on a minute. And I'm thinking, I've just paid, and you want me to pay another £25? So it's £100 to clean my bastard teeth. Oh, stop swearing, Chris. £100 to clean my teeth. I'm thinking, no, mate. You know, I'm here to do it. Just do what you do. And he starts this thing. And now and again, it's, scrape. That never hurts. You know, they got that rusty old nail. Scrape. That's nice. That doesn't hurt. It's the ultrasonic machine. And you know it's coming. You get this kind of feeling when it's about to hurt you. Like that you go. Roy's heard this story already. Apparently you can get numbing gel put on or something like that. I don't know. I don't think it's the gums, actually. It's when he eats a bit of the tooth. I hate it. And when he finished, he gives you this mirror, right? He said, there you go. What do you think? And I'm like, oh, I can't really see any difference. And he went, oh, God. Like, he went like that. Cheek. But actually, when I got home, I had a look in the mirror and I thought, yeah, they do look cleaner. Because my teeth do stain brown badly because I drink so much tea. I'm a big tea drinker. Smokers, I mean, don't think I'd like to be a dentist, do you? I mean, I must get some people in there with really dirty, stinky, smelly breath who haven't cleaned their teeth at all. Dirty people. There's a couple of TikTok videos I've seen where people haven't been to the dentist for years and then they go to the hygienist and literally it's like bits of concrete coming off your teeth. Huge big bits that fall off while they're doing their work. I mean, I wasn't quite at that level, I don't think. I hope not anyway. I said on my radio show this week, I said it must be like going into one of those dodgy hospitals with the falling down ceilings, you know. Great big chunks are falling off. Same thing happens to some people's teeth, dear. Gary, hardly any dentists practice on the NHS now. Well, my one's NHS. They do both. So a checkup, I think, is £22. Checkup in private is £75 now. I was private for years. Years and years I was private, and I just paid the money. And I started questioning it because every time I went, there was like £200 worth of work to be done. Oh, that filling. Well, what's wrong with that filling? Oh, it looks like it's not going to last much longer, so we best do it now. It was like that all the time. So I came out of there, went NHS, and this is, I think, this is the second filling I've had in about 10 years. When I went to the other place, every time there would be work to be done. Oh, you want an X-ray? That's £45. Whereas with the NHS, you know, you just pay an amount and that's it. Hi, Debs. Debs, I've got a new job playing the organ up here now, once a month. St Mary's in Boston. Come and sing, will you? You'll be the youngest one there. They're all like over 80, I swear. Debs is there. You're a bit late, love. Nearly finished, girl. Dear me, look. Let me just go back on some of these. What's that? Unread. What's that? Vera, you're one... Oh, why has that not come through? I can see the top line, but not the rest of it. Let me try something, Vera. You're one swimming costume away from being naked. Hot Point Lover. No, generally you cannot be naked in your front garden because it's usually considered a public space. What about the back garden, though? This can lead to public indecency or harassment charges if it causes distress or alarm. I can only ever dream of someone, you know, giving me harassment in that way. It's never happened to me. So all these stories in the paper of people, oh, he wolf whistled me, so I'm taking him to court. Well, please wolf whistle me. Promise I won't take you to court. Promise. Oh, lovely lamb lunch. Where are you now? I think you need to write to the council for naked permission in the garden. Oh dear. Can I just remind you, gang, I have to keep saying this, I cannot keep an eye on all the message in the chat box. It just depends what arrives in front of me, okay? If you want a message that is not going to get missed out, send a text up there, 07451287337, or you can send an email at the bottom there, chris@chrisreardon.co.uk. Carl has sent me a picture of some more car mats, but they're not sort of what I was looking at there. That's the one, Carl. Oh, no, that's the CRV. That's not it. That's the CRV, mate. No, I've got a HRV, different car. I don't. I'm sure I haven't got a picture of my car here. Hang on a minute. Let me have a look. I'm sure there's not one here. No, I haven't got one on here. Never mind, love. Never mind. Okay, boys and girls. Are we done there? 7 minutes. Can we get this in? Yeah. Who would you like to not sit behind a plane? We'll do this quickly because I must finish by 8 o'clock and going over to my sister's house. Oh, hang on a minute. John Dixon, most private dentists in Canada accept Canadian dental care plan. I praise the new Democratic Party for... I don't know anything about that, I'm afraid. We have dental plans here. I don't know how dear they are or whether it's worth having. I mean, I've been pretty happy with my NHS dentist, to be honest. Especially when it's like £22 for a checkup instead of £75. Debs. Oh, Debs is in the spa, are you? Oh, how lovely. What, night time? What time's that closed then? Took her ages to get to the pub the other night on Friday. She had a good time there, didn't you, Debs? Mikey Mike, do you remember back in January 2010 when BBC Look North came? It wasn't 2010, mate. It wasn't that long ago. 2020, maybe. Was it 2020? I don't know when it was. See if I can find out. Is it there? 2020 it was. 2020. They came here. We had the BBC come here. Here, literally here. In here. And filmed me doing my little show. Because I used to do this show, those of you that don't know, every morning. Used to do it every morning. And it just took over my life. Absolutely took over everything. And then I had these grandeur ideas that I was going to make money out of it. And I didn't. So I got more and more depressed. So I gave it all up. I stopped completely. And then I started doing my little radio show, which I still do now. You can join us tomorrow morning. Look at that. There you go. That's my little radio show I do. Every morning, 9 till 10 o'clock in the morning. It's only on for an hour. Okay, various ways to listen. Go to reachonair.com on your computer, or you can just type that into your phone search thing, okay? Once you get there, click the Listen Now button and you can listen on there. Or, I do a video stream of it, but it's not on YouTube or Facebook Live. We can't do it on there because of copyright. However, there is a service called Twitch, which is like YouTube. Is it better? I don't think it's better than YouTube. It's better than TikTok. Much better than TikTok. So Twitch, you can download it free of charge. Okay? Then set up an account, a free account. All right? Once you've got it, look out for me in the morning. Chris Reardon UK is my username. All right, so you do a little search on Chris Reardon UK and you can join us there Monday to Friday between 9 and 10 o'clock in the morning. And also on Tuesday nights. Where's Tuesday nights one? There you go. On Tuesday nights. You can join us Tuesday nights as well. Between 9 and 11 p.m. Yeah, it's funny you should mention that actually, Mike. Mikey Mike. That has been coming up recently in my suggested YouTube videos to watch. Yeah, and I have watched it a couple of times. That was great, that was. I thought I would get something out of that, you know, like a job in television or something, but it didn't happen. And that's okay, you know, that's okay. You know, I'm probably too old for anything like that now anyway. I'd like to do like a quiz show or something like that, you know. But I wouldn't want to stick to some bleeding script that some woke bloke has written, so I probably wouldn't get that either. Oh, thank you, Deb, at 11. Blimey, that closes at 11 o'clock today, and I must go there at some point. No, we can't do any more now. We've run out of time. They're talking about flying there. Look at that. Talking about flying. Roy wouldn't like to sit next to a smelly person or with bad breath there. No. Oh, do you know? I don't know what's worse, BO or bad breath. I'm going with a bad breath. Oh my God. And when you take a step back and then they take a step forward, don't they? John Dixon hasn't flown since 93. Gosh. He may be flying in 2026. Where to, John? Hot Point Lover wants planes without screaming kids. Well, buy the upgrade then, you tight-fisted git. Got to sit in the other plane seats then, haven't you? Save the money, dear. You can't take it with you. I'm not famous, Hot Point Lover. It wasn't fame that interested me. Not really. No, I just wanted to do my thing on the telly and for lots of people to watch it. Being famous or rich, that doesn't really do it for me at all. I just want to be doing my thing and for people to enjoy it. if you see what I mean. Works both ways. It's kind of therapy for me, I suppose, really, sitting here talking rubbish. Although I'm not as bad as some people. Yeah, look, I wouldn't like to sit next to someone who farts or burps next to me. Oh, how awful. People on there. Yeah, we haven't really got time to do that last little bit there. Right, any more texts? Vera, 7-month waiting list to be a new dentist patient. Where you go to the dentist, do you, Vera? You're on the list, I hope. Okay, I think we're done. Hang on, one more thing on the emails, and then we'll disappear. Now, in 2 minutes' time, just under 2 minutes, my sister and Martin will be doing their show. Go to YouTube, in the search bar, type in Butler's Empire, and you can join them at 8 o'clock. Now, their show is not live. This show is live. I am sitting here at the moment at 1 minute to 8 on a Sunday, the 24th of August. Their show is not live. However, they are live with you in the chat box. So while you're watching, you can join in the chat box and send them messages, and they will talk back to you and answer any questions. All right, my darlings, I'll leave it there. Thank you very much. I'll be back on somewhere tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, tomorrow morning, gang. I shall be here doing my little radio show at 9 o'clock at reachonair.com, and another one of these for you next Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Thanks for all your contributions, all your little messages, and all your bits and pieces coming in there, and just for being there, O'Reilly. Have a nice night. Good night now.